So this is a journal entry for week 5 discussing diabetes, and I started with the assessment. Explain the results of your assessment and identify your risks of diabetes. I actually only had 2 yeses, so at this point in my life, I think I actually have a relatively low opportunity or low chance to be at risk. I answered yes to family history. However, it is not my mother, so I know per the reading that actually lessens my chances even more. I did also add a yes under the itchy skin category, but that could be due to dehydration or environment. So at this point, I guess I would be in like the 20% category as far as risk at this stage of my life. Explain the relationship between health and wellness by discussing the impact of diabetes mellitus on at least 3 dimensions of wellness. One of the first ones I picked was social. Going out, especially at places where you're going to be eating, may be more challenging for a person that has diabetes. Watching the intake, especially at functions that are social and gathering, picnics and lunches and that sort of thing. Also, while I think the stigma is way down on diabetes compared to some of the other illnesses and injuries, it kind of makes people nervous still, I think. And in addition, it can take a toll on relationships just due to the health concerns, both diabetes as well as the side effects. I also picked the physical dimension, and this may limit activities due to side effects or low blood sugars, and also you need to be more closely monitored by a doctor in regards to your physical activity if you are diabetic. A third dimension that I picked is emotional. I think with a lifelong sort of condition, I can imagine that people might go through periods of feeling negative about themselves or about diabetes in general. It's definitely a hardship in some aspects of your life. Eating, taking your sugars, staying up on your medications, all of those things are just kind of added stress and hardship, which I think can kind of play on that emotional field as well. And I think sometimes like a person might feel they don't have good control over all of the choices in their life, especially because it can impact several other areas. Identify 3 lifestyle habits a person can practice to reduce his or her risk of type 2 diabetes. So 2 kind of go hand in hand, I think, and one of those is proper eating. Type 2 diabetes is very well associated with being overweight and being obese, and so half of that problem is proper diet. The other half of that equation is then proper exercise and making sure that you are getting out there and staying active. And those 2 combined, proper eating and proper physical activity, will help kind of keep that overall weight control issue at bay. So I think those kind of work together to sort of make it that threesome. And additionally, I think it's especially important to watch for early warning signs. Kind of just pre-screen yourself or see a doctor early, especially if you have any kind of family history that might go along with any of those warning signs.